lovely day. I remember the harbor excursion tour. There was so much to see.
Yeah, that's such a great way to spend the day. I'm so glad we were able to get out on the water.
And it's not like we were out on a dinghy. That's a big boat. You didn't even have to put on your life vest.
Nope, sure didn't. And no seasickness pills either. Hey, look, there we are.
You know, I didn't know this until after our tour, but San Diego Harbor Excursion has been giving tours since 1915.
I guess they've been doing this long enough that they don't get lost too often.
Well, it's not like it's a 3-hour tour or anything. There wasn't a movie star or a professor on board or a...
All right, I get it.
The San Diego skyline is so beautiful.
You know, it's the downtown area that really makes a city stand out from other cities. I heard people refer to the San Diego skyline as the toolbox.
The toolbox? Oh, I see. A Phillips head? A flathead? Oh, and one of those things I never use. Yeah, I could see that. That's pretty neat. You know, when you look at the buildings from far away, it could be anywhere. But when you get up close, you can really see the personality of the place. Okay, what's this now?
Now, there's some old boats. I believe the black and red one is the Star of India. I think it was built in the 1860s and is still seaworthy. It's one of the oldest in the water today.
Aren't you knowledgeable?
Well, yeah. I read the brochure. The other sail ship here is the HMS Surprise. That's the ship they used to film Master and Commander.
I'm impressed. What's that one?
That's an old Russian submarine. It's called a B-39. Now it's a museum. This was a Cold War sub that tracked American vessels all over the Pacific. Ironically, it's now docked among some of those same ships it hunted for all those years. And now you'll find this really interesting.
Wow, now that's a big ship. I want to take a ride on that one.
Looks like we could have some fun. You know, we can get lost on one of those.
I've heard stories about that happening. Wouldn't be such a bad idea, actually.
Now, what do we have here?
That's the San Diego Harbor Excursion ferry landing at Broadway Street.
Well, there's two.
Well, yeah, you can't rightly have a ferry if it doesn't have a place to ferry to. Doesn't quite fit the definition.
I suppose that's a valid point. Whoa, that's something you don't see every day. That's pretty cool.
I bet there's some history to go along with that one.
That's the Midway. She served all the way back to World War II and through the Vietnam War. She's a museum now, just like the B-39. I wouldn't be surprised if those two ships had an encounter at one time or another.
Not a bad way to retire. I could handle that.
That wouldn't be bad at all.
There's so much to do down here. What's this?
That's Seaport Village. It's a bunch of bayfront boutiques. I can see that getting out of hand. You and your problem.
What problem?
Your shopping problem.
Oh, please. I shop for you as well, honey.
Since when?
Now, there's an unusual building. What's that?
I believe it's the convention center. Many conventions held there.
Was that bit of knowledge in a brochure?
No, I deduced. I could have been Magnum PI, but only in San Diego. Can't you picture me driving in a sweet convertible over the Coronado Bridge?
Oh, geez, you watch way too much TV. What's that now?
Oh, that's Petco Park. It's almost brand new. It opened in 2004.
Petco?
It's complicated. The Padres baseball team plays there.
The Padres. Do they run around wearing brown robes?
No, of course not. They wear regular uniforms, but that would be fun to see. Sliding might be a problem, though.
That's a view you don't see from the boat. You know, we've seen so much from the San Diego Harbor Excursion Tour. What do you say we check out some of the sights from land?
All right, sounds like a good plan. Where would you like to start?
Let's show them the heart of downtown San Diego.
The gas lamp?
That's right. That's what the locals call it. It is beautiful at night. There's over 100 shops and restaurants in the area.
Hey, there's Ramon, our pedicab driver. Now that's the way to see the gas lamp. All that walking around is for suckers.
Yeah, you don't want to get any exercise while you're on vacation.
Why walk when you can have the wind in your hair?
Good thing it was Ramon driving and not a horse. You're looking right at home.
Well, right at home would be a lazy boy in a remote, but that was nice too. If I didn't know any better, I could have been in downtown Dublin.
The gas lamp was wonderful, but you know, San Diego is known for a lot more than just the downtown area.
Hey, we're not going to watch me enjoy my pint?
Nobody wants to watch you enjoy your beer. We need to move along. Now, as I was saying, San Diego is home to a large military presence.
That's pretty neat. I could spend some time here.
You ever see Top Gun?
Are you kidding me? I've had the need for speed since 1985.
That's great, honey. This base has been in San Diego since 1912 and was immortalized in that film. Now Miramar Air Station is home to the Marines.
What a sight.
Here you go, more ships. This is the 32nd Street Naval Station.
I'm impressed, to say the least.
It's part of the largest naval base on the West Coast.
So where are we now? Are those submarines?
Yep, those are submarines, along with other naval ships. This is actually Naval Base Point Loma. The locals call it the sub base.
I think I like sub base better. Sounds stealthier, like Knight Rider.
Okay, you know what? Never mind. Across the way here is North Island.
Another base?
That's right. This is called Naval Air Station Coronado.
You know, I think I would feel pretty safe living in San Diego.
You should. The North Island is home to over 30 different naval commands, including aircraft carriers and the Navy SEALs.
Geez, that's really cool. How'd you like to take a cruise on one of those? I can't imagine they'd have a nightly show with singers and stuff.
I doubt it. I think they'd have you swabbing the deck, put you to work.
Maybe I could be captain someday.
Yeah. In the meantime, let's take a look at some other attractions San Diego has to offer.
All right, so where are we off to next?
Let's show them our time in the park.
Ah, Balboa. Man, that place was great.
I've got a little factoid for you. Did you know that Balboa Park is the largest urban cultural park in the U.S.?
No way, I didn't know that. Hey, there are a lot of museums here.
Yeah, you could learn a thing or two here as well. There are 15 museums, and don't forget about the lovely gardens we visited. Balboa Park is home to over 15 different types of flora environments.
Where'd you get that bit of info? Does the park have a brochure?
No, just read the signs.
Oh, I see. Well, this was a great place to spend an afternoon. Very relaxing.
Ah, don't you look comfy now?
Oh, yeah. You know, when the moment strikes, there's no use fighting it.
Hey, right around the corner is another place to spend an afternoon, or a full day, really.
That's the world-famous San Diego Zoo.
Do you know what they're famous for?
Wait, I know. They filmed the opening to Three's Company there?
No, you knucklehead. It's home of the giant panda and over 900 species of animals. Actually, I have a little tidbit of info for you. Did you know there are more species of plants than there are animals, huh?
Where'd you hear that?
I read the brochure. Here's another place in San Diego that has wildlife. Not quite as famous, but I'm sure it's just as fun.
Hey, don't forget SeaWorld. I think they focus on marine life here.
You use your Magnum PI skills to figure that one out?
A true artist never reveals his techniques. Oh, cool! Look, they have rides too!
Check out this wild ride. This is the roller coaster at Belmont Park.
How fun. This is in Mission Beach, right?
Yeah, and it's one of the oldest wooden roller coasters in the U.S.
Looks a little scary for my taste.
Now here's where I could have an adventure. Beautiful La Jolla. I could really spend some time and money here if given the chance.
Oh, I'm sure you could. Hey, now I could spend...
Not a chance. You're not old enough for one of those yet.
Well, hey, but Magnum drove a...
You're not Magnum. There's tons more to see in La Jolla. Here's a really neat place, the children's pool.
Honey, those are sea lions.
That's just the name, and they are seals. They make it their home for most of the year, quite unique to the area.
This is cool. You don't even have to go to SeaWorld to see wildlife. It's right there in front of you. So, where are we now?
We're atop Mount Soledad War Memorial. From here, you get a panoramic view of the entire city.
Looks peaceful. Hey, you can see a lighthouse way over there.
That's Point Loma and the Cabrillo National Monument. It's named after the Spanish explorer. He was the first European to set foot on the West Coast, and the park is home to the lighthouse as well. It was built in the 1850s. What a neat place.
This is another great view of the city.
Not only the city, but also you can get a look at the gray whales as they migrate south for the winter.
Are those the grays they spoke of on the San Diego Harbor Excursion Tour?
Yep, same ones. You can get up close and personal on the tour or try to get a peek from up here.
Man, I would love to get a picture. Those are big fish.
They're not fish. Oh, never mind. Hey, look, you can also see Old Town from here.
Old Town?
This is where the Spanish first settled. They try to recreate those old days here. It's a big part of San Diego's history.
Hey, would having a margarita help us learn the history better?
Not likely, but there are a number of yummy Mexican restaurants. It would take weeks to get a taste of it all.
I bet you'd be pretty tired of Mexican food by then. May ruin it for the rest of your life.
Oh, don't be silly. Locals eat it all the time.
Actually, I could go for some carne asada fries right now since we're talking about it. Let's get going. I'm hungry.
Oh, hey, let's show them one more thing. Let's show them where we stayed. This place was incredible.
All right, let's cross the bridge, just like the opening of Simon & Simon. I know for sure that show was shot here.
Okay. Wow, you get a great view from up here. Look, you can see a harbor excursion tour boat from here as well.
You know, this was a toll bridge from when it first opened in 1969, all the way until 2002.
That would be a pretty easy toll to pay considering where you were going.
You know, it's so tranquil here, like a little village surrounded by water and sand.
I think that's what you'd call an island.
Well, technically, I guess that's true, but
And hey, there's our hotel, the Hotel Del. This place is a gem.
beautiful building. It's a classic Victorian, built in 1888. It's been host to presidents, movie stars, and they've even shot movies and TV shows here.
Plenty of dignitaries have passed here, that's for sure. Oh, hey, here's a tidbit for you about the Crown
Oh,
Room.
I know. There's not one nail or piece of metal used in the construction of the Crown Room. Pretty neat, huh?
So you were paying attention. Nice. You might have some investigative skills after all.
This is just a fantastic place. The people that live here are so lucky. I wish we could stay longer.
You're right. I can't think of a much better place to spend our vacation.
Magnum should have been a private investigator here.